Hi there, Stamping friends. Today I'd like to share with you this card inspired by a combination of Jackie Topa and Sue Phillips. You could make this into anything, birthday, anniversary. I chose to make it into a graduation card. This is, I'll be hoping to start making videos for my Stamp Club gals that come, and then everyone else can benefit from them too. So, on with this project. We're going to begin with a piece of basic black cardstock cut at 8.5 by 3 3/4. Then you're going to score it at 4 1/4 and also at 1 1/4. Just going to reinforce the score lines with my bone folder. And then I've cut 2 Whisper White ribbons. They're about 6 inches long. I'm going to take a glue dot, and I'm going to add a glue dot to the end of each piece, and then I'm going to kind of center them on here along the edge. Do exactly the same thing with the ribbon up for the other side. There we go. And add that. Okay. Now I've cut 3 pieces of real red cardstock, run them through the Big Shot in the Fancy Fan folder, and for the inside we're going to need 2 pieces. I'm going to take my Tombow liquid multi-purpose glue. This is my adhesive of choice anytime I do anything that I have put through the Big Shot. I think that it, when you use the snail lots of times and you push your runner down, it will actually press out your embossed areas and they don't stay crisp. And do the same thing to the other piece. Okay, and I want to make sure I have my fans going the same direction. I'm going to center this panel over here on the left and press it down gently. Okay, now with my paper snips, this center score line, I'm going to go just a little bit to the right of it and come up at an angle. I'm going to cut it in a V. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. And that's all I've taken out, is just that little strip right there. I'm going to trim off a little off the edge of both sides of this small flap. This will just make this, make it fold up better. Now with glue dots again, I'm going to take a glue dot and I'm going to put them on the very edge of each of these corners. You want to stay along the edge so that when you slip in your greeting and your gift card or money, your cash, you can put cash in here. Cash is always good. That it doesn't stick to them. Here's a little tip that I found works good. Take your gift card and slip it in there. Then bring your flap over and push it down like this with the gift card in place there. If you fold this flat, then you're going to have a hard time getting your gift card or your greeting in there. This just kind of helps create a little pouch. I'm going to do the same on the other side. There. One more piece to the inside here, and I want to show you a little trick that's very beneficial for me. When I stamp with Stays-On ink, I want to make sure that my lines are crisp, and the Stays-On, you need something sturdy. My desk in my stamping room where I stamp is not sturdy. This card table is not very sturdy. So I'm going to take a clear block, I'm going to put it down, I'm going to put my white cardstock in the middle. I am using the stamp set Pure Gumption from Stampin' Up. This is a clear mount stamp, and I'm going to clear mount stamp set, and I'm going to use the Here's to a Bright Future Graduate stamp. So I'm going to ink this up with my black Stays-On. Bring this back. Using the grid paper underneath here works nice too, because then you can kind of align your stamp and get it straight. And then when I press down on here, I have a very crisp image. I'm going to take my punch board and I am going to punch all 4 corners and round them. It's a handy little addition to that tool. Okay, now the inside of our gift card is all done. Now we're going to work on the outside. I'm going to take the third piece of real red cardstock that I had, and I'm going to also take the triangle punch that's in the Occasions catalog. I'm going to punch 2 triangles. Out of the black. Move that out for a minute. I'm going to take my Tombow liquid glue. Actually, I think I have enough glue on there for about 2 of them. This triangle down. I'm going to take this other triangle, I'm going to wedge it right up against the other one. Okay. I'm going to bring my piercing mat back in and my piercing tool, and in the center here I'm just going to pierce down in between there, and if those triangles start to spread, just push them back together. That liquid Tombow lets you have a little bit of time to wiggle. And to make the tassel, I'm going to do it on top of here so you can see. You're going to need, I'll start out with 2 pieces, 2 short pieces. And I'm going to take 3 fingers and I'm going to go around 1, 2, times like that. Trim that off. Today when we had club, I could not for the life of me figure out where that other piece went. This is where it goes, ladies. You're going to just take that and pinch it down. Tie your knot in the middle. We're going to knot it again. And keep those 2 pieces kind of off by themselves. Okay, so then I folded this in half. I'm going to bring all of this down with my other piece of twine, baker's twine. I'll lay this on, and then I'm going to tie this in a knot around the whole entire thing. And I'm going to go down, I don't know, probably not quite a 1/4 of an inch. form another knot to secure this. Maybe. Okay, let's try this again. These little pieces going this way and that way. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to pull all of this down. And keep these two pieces from that original knot up. The rest I'm going to all bring down. And I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm just going to trim the ends. Make sure all those loops are cut and even that up. And there's a little tassel. Okay, now I'm going to take my paper piercer and I'm just going to put these through, poke these through. If I had brought my flosser to this video, I could just slip them through there, but a little patience, they'll go through. There's one through. Try sticking the end of that through. There, it's starting to come. There we go. All right, now I'm going to take one of these silver mini brads and a black Sharpie pen. If you choose to leave it silver, that's just fine. This was Jackie's tip to color this black. Take this, I'm going to stick this right through. And fold back the prongs on that brad. Push them down. Excuse me. And bring the edges of those triangles back together. Okay. Now I've got that done. I have taken the typeset alphabet and I have punched out 14 for 2014. I'm going to add some Tombow glue on the back of that. I'm going to offset these at an angle today. One of my gals did that today and I thought, well, that was pretty cool. Wish I would have thought of that. Okay, I'm going to take this, put Tombow on the back, take that gift card out right now just so I can glue this down, center this, now I see my little knots moving down here. I'm just going to take my fingernails and move that up just a little bit. There we go. The gift card back in there. And then after it's signed and ready to go, you can tie it shut. If you're going to a graduation, I'm going to put this in the gift bag box or whatever they have for cards. You don't even need an envelope for it. It's all done, ready to go, and there's a little bit of bling, and it's not covered up by an envelope. So thanks for watching. I hope you'll go give this a try, and we'll see you soon.